Welcome back. In 1970s London Chinatown, if you didn't pay protection money, your windows were smashed every night. This is the real story of how I walked into a Triad den and walk out with my student. In this generation, most people today have no idea what life was really like for Chinese immigrants in the 70s and 80s London Chinatown. In this generation, most people today have no idea what life was really like for Chinese immigrants in the 70s and 80s. London Chinatown was not protected by the law. It was controlled by the 14K, the Hong Kong tribe, and other tribes too. Restaurants pay protection. Gamblings, drugs, prostitution, everything was controlled underground. And if you refuse to pay, they punish you daily. This is not a movie story. This is what we lived through. Why I could do this at that time? I was known in Seoul as a top Wing Chun fighter. I worked security and ran clubs. I protected my own seafood restaurant. No protection money pay. They tried to give me face because they knew who I was and what I stood for. I never went looking for trouble. But when my student's life was online, I could not turn away. One day, my student's mother came to me crying. Her son had been pulled into the trash, drugged. Before you trust your chain punch, take 2 minutes for this test. Will your chain punch fail you? The links pinned below. Drugged, addicted, and forced to run drugs. I knew where he was, so I went down into the basement. Their den, their territory. They all knew me. In the corner, I saw my student, barely conscious, using drugs. I grabbed him, pulled him up, slapped him to awake him, and said, "You're coming with me." The gang blocked the exits. The boss said, "If you want him, you pay." I said, "No, he's my student. I'm taking him out." One of the toughest steps forward, shouting and threatening. Before he could move, I just went, boom, inch punch. He just dropped. Silence. And I look at them and say, "I don't want to fight. I only want my student." And they will let me go. And I walk out. I took him to the hospital, then to rehab. I took him to the hospital. Then to rehab. And I informed his family. 2 days later, the head of the tribe contacted my seafood. They wanted face, not revenge. So we did it properly. I invited the table. I explained it was a misunderstanding. I apologized for the situation, for saving my student after that. One of the senior leaders later became a close friend. That's how the old world works: strength, respect, and responsibility. Let me share with you how I knocked out these tough triad fighters with my punch. So let's imagine I'm holding my student in one hand and I'm surrounded by like 10, 20 people in front of me, including the boss. So the tough guy came forward to me and pointed a finger to me, to my nose. Before he could do anything, I just took one step forward and I just used my waist, boom. That's what I did. Boom. Right to his chest. Boom. He just fell. The whole group of them just went silent. He's the toughest guy in Chinatown. He's very famous in Chinatown. One of the toughest guy ever. Nobody dare to even look at him. But I knocked him out. The whole gambling den, they're all in shock. My student is still asleep. He's still like, in day, he's still high, you know? Oh my God. So, and I told the leader, "Listen, you're my friend, I'm your friend. I just want to help my student. His mother is crying and his only son. And I don't want him to be like that. Just, this time I want you to let him go and let me go." He agreed. So I took him up. I took him up to the hospital and later he went to rehab. That's what happened. To punch somebody close, you need to use your waist. Is it? Waist power. Is it like one? See? One. So you start with a finger jab like that and then close it. One. Let me show you to you. Okay? One. See? Now I'll just hit the chest. I don't hit the face. If I hit the face, okay, break it. I just want to aim at the chest to knock him out completely. But if you can hit to the face, I wouldn't advise that because you're going to break his nose and probably, more damages. We don't want that. So I went boom. So I bring this hand back and this hand out. So this was the force. It's like, one. See, like bring out like two. That's it. One. That's it. Right, yeah. Two. One, two. One, two. Let's practice. Remember structure first. This is the structure. You see? One. Punch. One, two. One, two. One, two. One, two. One, two. And you can practice the other hand too. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and all the way. When you hit, you hit. You meant to hit, right? You don't want to 1, 2. No, the intention had to be there. That is why. That's the big difference when you want to knock somebody out. All in. Okay, so this is the structure, the punching, and the timing. Now the power. Breathe into your nose. All right. Are you ready? Ha! You see? That gives you the internal strength and your external strength combined together. Before you trust your chain punch, take 2 minutes for this test. Will your chain punch fail you? The links pinned below. Enough force to knock anybody out, no matter how big it is. So breathe in. Ha! Breathe in. Ha! Breathe in. Ha! Breathe in, 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 ha! That's right. Breathe in, ha! Breathe in, ha! Breathe in, ha! Bring your hand back, ha! Breathe in, 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 ha! One more time. Breathe in, ha! Breathe in, ha! Breathe in, ha! Breathe in, ha! Remember how you hold your fist? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Thumb inside, not here, okay? Remember that. So practice that. Ha! 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 And relax. You can follow this video and follow what I do. After 2 weeks, you can really truly feel the power. Keep practicing this. Use this as a weapon. It's a technique that can save your life. As we say that, we don't worry about someone practice 1,000 techniques one time. We already worry about the person who practices one technique 1,000 times. I practice millions of times. That's all I do every day when I was young. That's where I get the power. But don't forget structure, technique, speed, power lot, and using your breath. Ha! Right? Ha! Ha! This is why I share these stories, not to brag, not to promote violence, but to explain what our generation endure, why discipline matter, why real martial arts were about protecting life, not ego. You didn't grow up with this pressure. Never forget, your freedom was paid for by someone else's hardship. This is Wing Chun wisdom, not just fighting, life experience. See you in the next video. Before you move on, take a moment to test your own Wing Chun. I have made a free 2-minute test. Will your chain punch fail you? Record 1 round, score yourself, and I'll show you the drills to strengthen what's missing. The links in the description.